the Muny. The Muny in Forest Park.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's bring up that music a little bit more. 8:52 here, Big 550 KTRS. All this week at the Muny. The Muny at Forest Park is Holiday Inn. It runs through July 12th, and we are in the first half, ending up with the first half, I guess, of the season at the Muny, Holiday Inn. And to talk about it, Holiday Inn at the Muny is Patty Murin.
Yes.
Patty Murin, you play Linda in Holiday Inn at the Muny, and this is not your first rodeo at the Muny.
It sure is not. I did Little Mermaid here 4 years ago. I played Ariel, and then I did Chicago here 3 years ago and played Roxy.
Oh, you're a veteran of the Muny.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I've been able to come back, but
So what is it about the Muny that keeps drawing you back?
oh my goodness, what isn't it there? It's the people, and it's the experience of doing the show for 11,000 human beings every night, and the process is so fast, and so you cry at least one time every time you go through rehearsal, but you've learned to expect it, and it just feels like you're accomplishing something, and the amount of support and family there is really incredible.
And the fact that you're spending your honeymoon in St. Louis.
Yes. I got married actually to my co-star, Colin Donnell, less than 3 weeks ago in New York. He's from St. Louis. I think this is his 16th show here because he was in the ensemble throughout his whole college.
Sure.
And so when we were picking our wedding date, I knew that this was happening, and I really wanted to do it. I've wanted to come back to the Muny for 3 years now, and we pretty much set our wedding date around this, and then they offered him the role, and it worked out. It's like a little miracle. We're calling it our honey Muny.
Now, what's interesting is that you don't know this growing up in New York, but once you marry a St. Louisan, you're now going to have to move here and then live here. They don't tell you that.
She loves St. Louis, but maybe
that's not in the fine print of the marriage
Cardinals
license.
T-shirt. Is that good?
That's a start.
Okay,
that's
great.
a start,
Okay.
but you need at least 17 more of them.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll work. It's never a problem for me to buy things, so I'm good.
All right, so let's talk about Holiday Inn. Give us the quick synopsis of Holiday Inn.
It's based on the 1942 movie with Fred Astaire and Bing Crosby. It's basically about a show business partners. They're a trio. One wants to get out of business with his fiance, move to Connecticut, start a farm. Loses his fiance to the other guy into show business. Farm fails, and then he comes with a brilliant idea to open up a showplace hotel that's only open on the holidays. And you go through every holiday of the year, basically every major holiday, and he meets a school teacher up there, which is me, Linda Mason, falls in love. The story is essentially the same, but they have adapted it for the stage, and also for, it's been updated in terms of 1942 was a very different time to write stories.
Right.
So, and they've also gone through the Irving Berlin catalog and added so much more music to make it a more full version of a musical.
And then I'm sure there's a bunch of dance scenes too.
Oh my goodness. Our choreographer, Dennis Jones, is absolutely brilliant, doesn't even begin to cover it. There are so many moments where you watch. I still watch. I did the show for 4 months in Connecticut at the Goodspeed Opera House, and I still watch, and it blows my mind. Between his choreography and the incredible ensemble we have that is dancing, I mean, I literally am not talented enough to be one of them.
What I don't get about it is how can they put that all in a week?
Well, let's see. It's about 10 and a half days of rehearsal total. We got really lucky because most of our ensemble, we have done the show before.
Okay.
But when they came here, obviously we did it on one of the smaller stages, a very, very small stage. And they expanded it to the largest stage in the country. And they changed a lot of things. They changed, that's just their brains.
Do you still do midnight rehearsals? Is that right?
We did. They have less of them this year because of the way their scheduling worked out with 4th of July and the family shows. We did not have one, which is good.
You said you have a Cardinals T-shirt. What's your brand at Ted Drew's?
I'm going to be honest. I haven't been to Ted Drew's yet.
You married a St. Louisan and have not been to Ted Drew's?
I know. Is
At
it
the very
crazy?
least, you could go to the airport.
I know.
On their way
Well,
in.
I had like one of their cups of custard the other day. It was vanilla. It was very good.
Well, that's
she's had
all
it.
right. You've had it. You've had
but
it.
you
haven't
before
experienced
I leave,
though. Yeah.
Before I leave next week,
Yeah.
I'm going, and
Yeah.
I'm going to. I have a hat. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
You really need to go.
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Darn it.
You should go after one of the shows. You should head
yeah.
over there.
Well, you're
That's-
probably exhausted.
Meet half the audience over there at Ted Drew's. They all head over there.
I'm
afterwards.
thinking that this weekend is going to be pretty warm, so I'm thinking that maybe like this
Okay.
Thursday or Friday would be a nice night. For that.
You're from New York. You married a St. Louisan.
Sure did.
You've been to the Muny numerous times. You travel all over the country, all over the world, acting and singing and dancing. Put into perspective the Muny, because people here in St. Louis don't truly understand what they have with the Muny.
It is when I got here this time, there's always a few people who have never been here before and never seen the stage. So one of our co-stars, Nancy Opal, is she's been on Broadway. She is a Broadway star. She has been nominated for billions of awards. But when she walked on the stage, I was like, wait, let me go first. I want to be on the stage to see your face when you look at this. And she walked out to see the seats and the empty seats,
Right.
It's just, and it's priceless.
Yeah.
Because you don't get this anywhere else. You don't get the scope of it. It's almost too big to actually comprehend. But coming out before the sun doesn't quite set when the show starts, so you can see all the people when you come out for your first entrance, and it's unreal to think that many people have a love of theater and will go and sit outside to watch it.
Well, and all the people will come for a free ticket,
Yes.
right? I mean, they will. It's like they truly have to pay for that free ticket. They
Yeah.
gotta wait online.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's like a time. You pay with your time.
Yeah.
And your bug bites.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Holiday Inn. It's at the Muny. It runs all this week. It runs through the 12th, and then we should say the rest of the lineup is Buddy Holly, Into the Woods, Beauty and the Beast, Oklahoma. Are you coming back for any of those, or are you?
I'm not. Yeah. This
All right.
is.
Then you're gonna go take
Yeah.
your St. Louis husband and take him over to Ted Drew's. That is that is outrageous.
Blame it on him.
Yes, exactly.
It's
Outrageous.
his fault.
Patty Murin plays Linda Mason this week. Holiday Inn at the Muny at Forest Park. Hey, good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you both
congrats.
very
Thanks
much.
for coming in, and you're always welcome here.
Thank you.
You got it. The Muny, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the things we do here in St. Louis. It's one of those great things we get to do, and that venue is a cultural institution, and bring the kids, bring the grandkids, bring a date. It's a great date place, right?
Yeah.
Great date place.
Great.
4 tickets, 314-361-1900, or for more information about the box office, muny.org, and you can always go up to the window and get tickets the day of the event. It is 9 o'clock, KTRS St. Louis.
ABC Radio